back here. I want to make snarky.
You've seen the dean drum, you've seen him investigate, but now it's time for his greatest challenge yet.
The ant example is really not the best because as I think about it, ants do give.
The ETSU speech and debate team are award-winning competitors, and they've challenged the dean to 3 events. First up,
you're going to start with an impromptu speech.
Okay. 1
dean, 1 student, 1 topic.
I think you should go first.
No, you can go first. Let's see how you do.
I would have had more coffee this morning. Go. So the quote is by Anne Frank, and it is, "No one gets poor by giving." And I think that that is a true quote. What does that mean?
5 minutes left.
I thought I had 5 minutes total.
We have 7 minutes total.
7 minutes? I was starting to take my notes. I was thinking it's an important part of the human condition. Giving is what in some ways defines us as social creatures. The fact that we can support other members of our species in a way that is material and substantial is really pretty unique. As compared to groundhogs, humans tend to be givers. There's about 1.6 million described species on the planet. Described species. There could be a lot more. And no one really has a concept of the extent of giving that goes on in those different taxa. From what we know, humans are at the forefront in terms of giving. But back to the original point, does that mean it's good? And one could say that giving is good because it supports people, it supports society, it allows us to advance as a species. With that, I'm going to rest my case.
Yeah, you really took us on a journey there.
Isn't the journey part of it?
Maybe it's about the friends with
As long as there's an actual destination.
Because part of this is really like you got to listen to the instructions at the start.
Yeah.
Your speaking was really good.
Yeah.
I did.
Right, speaking.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for that.
You know a lot about animals.
Well, I could have spent 5 minutes just talking about different species. We were allowed to walk. You hogtied me from the get-go. That's why it wasn't as good as it could have been. Has she got the same thing to talk about?
She does.
Can't you talk smack?
That's later.
What Anne Frank is trying to say with this is that giving transforms us. And then giving transforms your community. And the more...
Even with some unsportsmanlike conduct, the dean had to sit back in awe of the student's speech.
Cool! You managed to pull it off even with all the snarky comments that I was trying to throw out there. That was very well done.
Next,
I am going to tell you about a POI, Programmed Oral Interpretation.
the dean is handed a binder filled with a collection of articles on one theme. He must then turn that into a dramatic piece, channeling his inner Shakespeare or soap opera star.
And this is about a quarter-life crisis. So, losing it in your 20s. And the goal is to tell all these different stories, but the main message that you want to get across. You know, every morning I wake up with this fire in my gut. I'll blow out the candles. Happy birthday to me! So that's kind of what it looks like.
Okay.
He could do a quarter-life crisis and just act it up.
I do a 3/4 life crisis.
So you're interpreting the literature, creating a character around the literature.
You didn't really read this verbatim, but you kind of used
No, I have it memorized.
You gotta. Oh man, I'm sick of my 20s. I'm sick of people telling me to enjoy them. And really, what else is there? It's like every morning I wake up with this fire in my gut. And maybe I could get into giving. There's some quote by Anne Frank that I remember. Well, actually, I don't remember it. But anyway, there's an Anne Frank quote about giving that y'all should think about. I mean, who knows what's going to happen to the space-time continuum between now and then. And as far as my 10-year plan, I think I need to get the one-day plan worked out first to figure out what today has in store.
He may be new to performance, but he's bringing his full dean energy.
That was convincing. I thought you did that.
No offense, but this is harder than that. I had no idea that this was whole part of what you all do. This is really impressive.
Finally, we get to a
Parliamentary Debate, and Kylie's going to be your partner.
Okay, sweet.
And
Aren't you lucky?
Dean Bidwell joins forces with one of the students to take on their opponents. But can he keep up?
It was fast paced, and I'm half deaf, so I could only hear part of what she was saying. But you've got to be thinking about what the strategy is and then get the information to back it up. The speed at which it happens is impressive.
Partner ready?
Yeah.
Already writing notes. All
Ready.
right. I have 5 minutes on the clock. I'll go ahead and start criteria today. So the scope is going to be in light of disaster. Unfortunately, I'm feeling a little lightheaded. Okay, is the plan. As we know, the week of giving is coming up.
I thought she did great. She didn't listen to the suggestions that I was giving her.
I can't do a German accent. You first gave me, before I started, if you get stuck, act like you're feeling lightheaded. Try speaking with a German accent. Fact, people have left.
Because I'm a team player, and I'll, as a leg up, if you're going to do a German accent, do like a serious one.
When she talks, if you have any questions, you're allowed to stand up, but you can't start speaking until she addresses you.
Okay, is it
Ready?
ready? But retention is an issue. You have one of two.
Why do you hate staff?
So I don't hate staff. And that is actually an ad hominem. I go back into our arguments here today.
So with all due respect to my opponents, we don't agree with really any of the points that you made. That,
You can just say thank you.
I'm going to rest my case because you guys are losers.
How is that actually going to help stay?
You know what that indicates?
What?
Like I'm falling asleep. Y'all are about to get hammered.
She's a killer.
My partner's ready.
Arguments were made, points were scored, and somewhere along the way, the dean might have just become one of them.
From the ETSU Speech and Debate team to you, we would like to honor you as an honorary member.
Thank you so much. This is a huge honor, and I cannot tell you how proud I am to be a member of such a successful group. You all are rock stars.
The dean brought his voice to the debate floor, but now it's time to use brawn instead of brain. At 150 donors, we'll drop the final Dean Does video, and this time, the dean is put to work at the Reece Museum. From collections and curation to cleaning and confusion, will the dean make it through? Find out only by donating.
Thank you.